Welcome into the Crypto Bunker podcast. Today, I wanted to take a look at Ethereum and really just talk about Ethereum a little bit because I think people are mega bearish on Ethereum. And today is kind of another one of those capitulation moments for the ETH Bitcoin ratio, for the Sol ETH ratio just continuing to go up. And so I think a lot of Ethereum holders out there are probably feeling not great, and they continue to feel not great. But what I will say is that this is the long-term chart of ETH. In my opinion, it's extremely bullish, and I have a target of 7,000 for ETH conservatively, with an upward target of 20K. So I know that's a big range, but I will show you that gold and Ethereum have basically the same exact pattern that has played out. And a lot of gold bugs in between 2020 or let's say 2011 and 2023 was a 12-year of basically sideways. That is what I compare gold's trading with Ethereum's trading in the last 4 years. And we can say actually that because gold trades with the US stock market, which we can say is about 8 hours a day, Ethereum trades at 24 hours a day. So what we can say is that ETH trades about 3 times more per day than gold. And basically what that means is that in the past 4 years, we have put in as much trading activity as gold had from 2011 to 2023, which was 12 years. 2021 to 2025, about 5 years. Now we can say 4 years, sorry. We can say it's about 3.25 in all reality, but crypto moves fast and gold moves slow. So what I want to show you basically is a few chart patterns. We're going to take a look at a few chart patterns here. Now, this is the gold chart from 2011 to now, to currently. It was a massive cup and handle pattern, okay? And it came through and it then formed a handle and then it popped out the top. And what I'm seeing with ETH right now is that to me, it looks extremely bullish. And it's hard for me to express that enough. And I think that it's similar to the gold community. When gold, I was part of that. And I go back and forth between crypto and gold and silver. And it's been painful. And gold continued to trade higher because of all of that pent-up emotion and pent-up pain that it caused a lot of investors throughout the years. Now we can take a look at gold because I think it's important to check it out. This is the long-term gold chart. And basically where I compare it the most, even though this is almost exact, is the fact that we had 1, 2, 3 tries at the all-time high. Basically, we can say that it was it took 3 tries to really break through this old all-time high here of about 2000. And the third time was a huge capitulation. Now, we can look at ETH and we can try to see if it's doing the same thing. Okay, now see if we can get a clean one here. Now, is ETH trying to break through this level here? Okay. Is it trying to break through? 1, 2, 3, and then a capitulation, and now it's bouncing. Now, are we in the same exact spot as we were with gold? I believe we are. I believe we are. And the issue today with ETH was that Trump launched a meme coin on Solana. But Trump also has DeFi projects that are associated with Ethereum. He holds Ethereum. It's his biggest holding of crypto. He holds Aave. He holds Uniswap. He holds, Chainlink. All the big ETH DeFi plays. He holds those. So what we have in ETH, in my opinion, is a giant cup and handle, which we can take the bottom conservatively. We'll put it at 1,000, which is basically this whole range. You can see even from when we broke out back in 2020. So that's a really good level, in my opinion. And then what we'll do is we'll take conservatively around the 4K mark there. Okay. So this is a conservative drawing. And then we take it from the top, basically around 4K or so. And we go up and we get around 18,000 for that. So that's that cup and handle. We also have another cup and handle, which exactly what happened with gold. Okay. And we can look at this on the daily because I think it's more important and it looks more similar even. But we can look at this on the daily and we can measure it as well, and see kind of where that puts us. But we basically have, from there measured move, probably 8,500 or so for that measured move. And so, for ETH, in my opinion, it's a extremely bullish chart. I think crypto people just get caught up so much in the short term that they can't zoom out and see what a beautiful chart ETH has formed for us. We could also look at the moving averages, which I always like to do for especially long-term charts. I do think it's valuable. ETH has not even crossed bullish yet. Okay, we just crossed recently, and the 200 week is on the bottom now, and the 20 week is still not on the top, but we are catching support right at the 50 week. Okay, and we've basically caught support along this 200 week. Bam, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, and what the gold bug community always said, and they were right, was there is no such thing as a triple top. Okay? Doesn't exist. And so we sort of know for a fact, because triple tops very rarely happen, especially when we have catalysts moving forward. We have the Trump administration, which is bullish on crypto. We have layer twos scaling massively to actual companies, Base, Optimism, the Optimism super chain, all of that stuff. I'm bullish on Optimism as well. None of this is financial advice, of course. But for my personal view, for me, I'm bullish ETH, Optimism, Uniswap, Aave, all the big ones. They actually look like they're going to outperform Ethereum. And I think Ethereum will do, a 2 to 3x. For Ethereum, I look at the $1 trillion market cap as the top because I just don't think that it has the weight to get above that. I could be wrong because I think that it has a lot of pent up emotions in it. There's a lot of people who always knew that Ethereum was going to do well. And they may jump in late because they're sort of capitulate because this is a massively bullish chart. You can also see there's all these different things within the chart. You can see a reverse head and shoulders here. Okay. So we're forming a reverse head and shoulders there. We're also forming a massive head and shoulders here. If you look at this, this, and that. Okay, that's a head and shoulders. It's kind of the same thing as a cup and handle. We obviously have the cup here, the handle, and then we're sort of forming even another handle. And that's a very, very bullish chart. Okay. It's as simple as that. It's hard to say anything else. We have all the catalysts. I think Trump is going to come in and issue some executive orders, which will be bullish for crypto, basically eliminating all the SEC, stuff that they've done, especially to Uniswap, I think. I think Uniswap has a lot of pent up demand in this chart as well. You can see it's also sort of forming that double cup and handle there. If we look at it as a cup and handle, potentially, which I don't look at it that way, all-time highs, I think. But honestly, you could sell this thing at the old all-time high and you could make 250%. I mean, you can't ask for more than that. And I think it's a good trade. I really do. I think it's a great trade. I also like Aave, another one which has formed a sort of cup and handle pattern. Okay, it didn't get to the all-time high, but the all-time high is not far away. It's only kind of like a double from here, basically. So I think that's in the books as well. And then finally, I like Optimism because I think they have the super chain. And I like the way the chart looks. It's never been through a bull run, a proper one. And it's sort of just an accumulation, really. And we could just simply trade this to the top end of the range, which is around $7. That's my target for Optimism. And so I think a lot of these people are overthinking it. This is a simple trade, especially with ETH. Okay. There's a lot of charts that end up looking like this. Okay. It's not just ETH. This is like a NASDAQ chart from the 2022 crash and then where it's at now. And you can sort of see how it also sort of formed that cup and handle as well. So classic chart pattern, not oversold, not overbought. It needs to catch up to Bitcoin. You can see the RSI is about half, even on a weekly time frame. It's not really close in terms of a top there. You could say the trend line, it still hasn't even come up to the top in terms of, it did here, but that sort of was its own thing. And so now we have room to run as well. So I think 7,000 is a fair price. I think that's going to be around $900 to $950 billion market cap. I don't think you can ask for too much more than that at this point. I know it doesn't sound totally flashy, but a lot of people would die for a 200% gain or 100% gain. A double. Everyone likes a double. And then you have your beta plays or your alpha plays, or beta plays like Optimism. So just check that out. Hopefully you got something out of the video. If you did, please like, subscribe. Have a great rest of your day.